I wasn't saying anything worthwhile. Okay. Well, before we get into it and do our intros, did you have anything to discuss on the podcast prior to beginning?
Oh, prior to literally talking about exactly
Yeah, that's
what
okay.
we're doing today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't have anything specific
Okay.
at the moment. I know that we had
I had
things to
texted
talk
you
about, and I
things.
did
Yep.
not save those. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the one just because I want to see if you've gotten these two. Have you gotten the trends? They're
Places.
on Instagram so far where it's like it shows an age gap and it's like rewinding them in time to being like we're 35 and 25 and then like going backwards.
Yes.
Some get to like I'm comfortable with that age gap because I'm not anti age gap. But when
I'm
you
not
start
either.
having it be a 19 and 29-year-old,
I
and that's
don't
where I
like
think I
that.
realized my issue. I'm okay with age gaps as long as the younger person is at least 24 to 25. I feel like your brain is close enough to
Yes.
being a developed human being that I'm okay with it beyond that. But I think if you meet someone, a 19 and 29-year-old have no reason to be. Can you
No.
imagine at 30 going after a 20-year-old?
No. No.
Like,
The thought of that actually like sends shivers down my spine. Like I don't. Those are two different,
mm-hmm.
completely different lives.
Yeah.
30 with a 20-year-old, that's so many
Because
years.
then I'm like 24 and 34. Fine. I don't care. But like
Sure, yeah.
that's like I don't know when they start. So I've been seeing those, and I like the comments are just like it got worse. I saw one where they were dipping down. Sorry, I keep adjusting my stuff. I can see that I have dog toys in my background and it's bothering me, but it's fine. I
I'm
don't care.
also adjusting my stuff because you can see my fan, and I hate that.
I know,
Oh
but
well,
I'm just
I
like
have a fan in my room.
yeah. If so, I have a million dogs, so I have a million dog toys in here. So that was the first one because I just also I cannot believe people go online and post those trends where you are 18 meeting a 28-year-old. Like, what you trying to get him put in jail? Like they started going low.
Like, do you think that just because it's been 5 years since you were 15 and he was 25, that people aren't going to think that's weird? We
No.
all think it's weird.
Oh, it's so wild. Okay, and then my other topic I had saw this morning was curly talk, like people talking about. Okay, so and I'm only
Okay,
speaking
I'm
to.
not on that.
Okay,
And I'm
my.
saying that because I have the straightest, thinnest hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's not something I've ever seen. It's never been on any of my pages, to be honest, like, put
Yeah,
towards me. So I'm actually so curious
yeah,
because I've seen enough, but not, I know nothing about it.
and so I guess my direction at this is only to white women. All right, because I feel
Okay,
like that's the only people I'm going to address in this. Everyone else has their own,
perfect.
whatever. There was it's basically this will sum up the whole thing. It's basically someone who goes on. This girl was like, if your hair is wet and your ends curl in, you have curly hair or you have pattern, you have wavy hair. Great, that's all she said. And then she proceeded
Sure.
to do her hair and she had extremely curly hair because she's like, people
Mm-hmm.
think I have straight hair, but like, look at this, like, look what I do. And people are like, your hair's not curly, it's wavy. And then it's fighting. That's what the whole premise of people having it's gatekeeping of hair. They're just like they're so bothered by the idea of people calling wavy hair curly, even though I'm like, it's textured hair. That's what it means. You just have
Okay.
some type of, and like that's why
Do they want it to look like this?
they're saying your hair has to be coiled basically to be curly hair. And it's just like
Mm.
wavy hair is still like, I'm just in this because I'm like, who cares? If someone says they have curly hair and you don't think they do, who cares? Like
Actually, you shouldn't.
it
If
doesn't
you're gonna
matter,
let that bother you, oof,
literally. And I've only been on it
oof.
lately from looking up videos because I have my one or two spirals in my hair, and I was like, what if the rest of my hair does
Sure.
it? I would never go online and be like, this is my hair routine because people would lose their mind. It's a weird thing that I've seen.
Yeah. People just really, as we're here with Oops All Opinion, people really just have opinions over everything, and I think that's so
We're
crazy.
not on a platform, but okay, I would never go on someone's
Hey,
videos and comment anything ever.
No,
about what they post.
unless it's, wow, you're looking great. Wow, this
Literally.
is amazing and wonderful.
I mean, I have not posted much of a product review after that one mean comment where someone's like, "This isn't made for you," and I was like, "Well, I'm just not gonna actually have the video."
Yeah, well, the one time that I posted something and someone was like, the pants don't work. And I was like, it wasn't about my pants.
Yeah, you're
It
like,
wasn't about my
actually,
pants.
I'm never gonna be online. Okay,
Yeah, I was
so
like, oh, okay.
well, welcome back to Oops All Opinions,
Yes.
episode 3. How exciting!
Exciting. Wow. Honestly, is this the furthest we've gotten?
No, Fort Nothing had
No,
quite a
we've
few
made.
episodes, but I feel like this one, I have a preference to this one now. I think having this, like, true topics, love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And you and I love to have opinions on things. And these people are actively asking for us to give
Yeah.
them. So I feel less bad about being like, bad, you're the asshole. Because you
Yeah.
asked me.
Well,
You asked me to tell you.
well, I think this is something that I want to listen to. Like, whereas I don't seek out podcasts where it's people talk about nothing. I need a topic. I don't like small talk. I don't
Me
like nonsense
too.
topics. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
I think our first one was just kind of being like, well, what do we want to talk about? And then we were kind of like, and
Okay, well,
ambitious
let's.
goals. But don't go look at that one. Don't look us up. You'll never find it. It doesn't matter. I don't,
Which
whatever.
one?
The old one. The one that
Oh.
no one, we were different people then.
Physically and mentally, such different
Doesn't
people.
really look like us. Okay. Do you want to say our slogan as we jump into the stories, though? Let's see if she remembers it this week. It's a quiz.
It is a quiz. It is, fight about it later. Fight about it in the comments. Please in the comments, though, because I do want to know.
Fight with yourself. Argue with yourself. She'll get it one day.
Oh, God, Jesus. And Lord.
So, yeah, as you mentioned earlier, our topic was we wanted to keep going in the cheating because last time we really ripped into this guy. We tried to do a male perspective, hated him. And so our goal is to try to find one where we're not anti-man because that's what I don't want it to come across is that we hate men because we don't. He just sucked. Also, this light's giving me very blown out look. Let's see if we can change this. Oh, better immediately.
He was simply terrible.
No, I hated him. Oh, wrong color.
And wanted everyone to be on his side. And that wasn't quite going to work for us.
Yeah, he was trying to convince us of a story that I was never going to agree with him. Okay.
No.
We might always be on the villain side. We were on Freya's side. She might have been a light.
We were on Freya's side.
Light villain. Light villain.
And I still say justice for Freya.
No, I'm with Freya.
I was on her team, and I think I still am. Like,
no,
I still sometimes think about that.
I think
and I'm
Freya
like,
a lot.
oh man, should we have not said that? And then I'm like, no, justice for Freya.
Again, fight with yourself. Like, if you come in here acting like our opinions are wrong, just fight with yourself. I'm not changing my opinion.
Yeah. No, and that's the whole thing about opinions. You can not agree with us.
Yep.
You can also take that somewhere else.
Yeah. We're sensitive. I'm probably not going to read it, and I honestly might just delete the comment. If I don't like what you're saying.
That's true. Like a part of me's like, yeah, you can just like no way, and then I'm like, but also please don't make me cry.
Mean stuff. Okay. Do you want to kick us off with our topics? You said you really narrowed it down. I tried to pull some. Now I'm going to be honest with mine. I'm assuming these are men, but lesbians and queer couples exist.
Oh,
so I'm just assuming when they say some say male, but some just say wife. So we'll find out.
Okay. So did I say it on here of what happened as I was walking in here?
I don't think I had launched it, so you can go ahead and hit him with it again.
Okay. So as I was walking to my seat, I don't know what happened, but I clicked a button on my computer and every tab that I had opened was closed. So I went to my history, pulled some up, but I don't know. It was pulling up everything that I had opened before. So some of these may not be cheating related, but I believe so. Criteria, of course, was I parentheses, an age, M. And then I had tried to look up cheating or cheat because that was like the vibe. And also some that said not the a-hole on it because we want to be on their side.
It's gonna be tough.
Okay. I fear it is, or it's not actually going to be, because again, I didn't read them. I just read the titles. So I'm afraid that it's going to be tough, and or it's going to not actually have to deal with them cheating or their wife cheating or partner cheating. Anyway, this one is, I say that, and then it's not about them. Excuse me. So it says, am I the asshole for telling every dude my sister-in-law brings around the truth about her?
Probably.
Because so far, that sister-in-law did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, we stand with women. Nope, we're trying to. I'm gonna
Yes.
be neutral. I'm ready.
I know.
I'm ready to be neutral.
Okay. So, weird situation, and one I feel needs a real verdict where I can be impartial. So I, 30 male, have been married 3 years to my wife, Nicole. Nicole has a sister named Bella, who I absolutely despise.
Okay.
Cool, so we're really unbiased.
All right.
Okay. All right, so you're not neutral. You're not being impartial so far, sir. Okay. Just the kind of person I don't get along with. Never have since the moment we met. I've tried everything to just keep it cordial between us. In my opinion, she's petty, self-centered, and just a scumbag. But my wife doesn't have a ton of family outside of her sister and her mom, so they have always been close. Okay. Well, for a long time, Bella was dating this dude, Cody. Me and Cody actually liked each other and would hang out. Well, Bella not only cheated on Cody, but the way she did it and who she did it with was awful. Totally crushed Cody, and Bella wouldn't let it go. She kept on contacting / showing up to his place until he eventually filed a restraining order. She always tried to act like Cody was the issue, and he forced her to do it. LOL. Why do you put LOL? But he did. Okay, wild. I stayed out of the whole mess, basically telling my wife that she handles her family and I'll handle mine, but just don't ask me to be kind to Bella or even cordial moving forward, as I've seen her true colors and don't want her around my life at all, because God knows what she is capable of. I'm going to be real honest. Unless he tells us what she did, I don't. What did she do? Now, don't show up to people's houses.
No, right.
But what did she do? Give us the tea. That's the one thing. The ones that say
the chair being right say, there. Crazy.
Like, the men really don't give us all the tea. We need the details, 30M. So, recently Bella has started dating again, and for some reason, she feels the need to bring these dudes over to our house. I said from the beginning that I would definitely warn any man she brings over about her, so that is exactly what I've done. I've already ruined 2 potential relationships by telling the guys the truth. I simply ask them what they know about her. They say only good things. Bella's very good about putting on a good face. We then have a man-to-man type of conversation. I tell them exactly what happened with her and Cody and the RO.
I don't know.
I don't know what RO means. Okay. Both times the guys thanked me and told me they appreciated me watching out for them. Bella and me have gone at it over this. My wife tries to stay out of it, telling Bella that she shouldn't bring the guys over here if she didn't want me to say anything. But behind closed doors, my wife is upset and saying I'm being an asshole. That I'm putting her in a tough spot. I've said it multiple times. If Bella was honest and told these guys up front, then it wouldn't be an issue. But I'm not covering up a liar, and these guys deserve a clear view. And if she has a problem with it, then don't bring the guys over. Am I the asshole?
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is none of your business. The only thing that's your business is that they're coming to your house and that you have a right to say, don't do that. The rest of it, he's had it out for Bella regardless of what she's done. Mm-hmm. He is the asshole. Mind your own business. Go on. Like, it's not your relationship.
They're coming to your house. It's like, okay, let me bring it to my house. I'm going to do that. Yeah. I think you're allowed to say that. But also him being like, well, this is a man to man talk. I just need to tell you all the things. I'm like, that's weird.
No, that's too much. And I feel like even if she didn't cheat, he has something weird against Bella. Maybe he's in love with her. I don't know. There's something weird going on that, like, he's so anti her from the jump.
It's true.
Like, he has something against her, and I just think that's odd.
I do
Regardless.
too. But also, if someone hated me, like, do you think that he shows that he does not like her? Because if someone hated me, I wouldn't bring a potential boyfriend around them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. But
You
since
know?
she doesn't have family though, I'm guessing it's something that she's just being around her sister is my assumption, which
True.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's weird to be around them and I probably wouldn't, but I feel like he's going to wind up in a divorce because like if someone was harassing my sibling partner or not that much,
Yeah.
I'd probably take a look. I don't know. That would bother
Yeah.
me because what's his angle? Like truthfully,
Yeah.
I think he's
Like,
weird.
do you. I think that's a weird thing to do. He is putting his wife in a hard
Yeah.
position. Like, if the only people your wife has is her sister and her mom, and you are actively shooing her sister out the door, and anybody else who, like, could be dating her sister, it's like you are going to sever one of two relationships that she has with a
Yep.
family member. And that's not
Cuz I'm trying to
great.
put myself like in that like position of I guess I don't know. Like I just don't know how it's his business. Like I guess is my biggest thing. Like it has nothing to do with him.
Especially being, how old did I say?
He was
30?
30.
Get over it.
No, he's what's the
Get
comments?
over
Cuz
it.
I'm voting asshole. He sucks.
It came up, not the asshole. Yeah,
Well, they're
he,
probably
like,
men in the
on the
comments.
top. But also, it doesn't say how old she is. It
Yeah.
doesn't say, like, it, not that that's. I'm going to say not the asshole because it's not like you're tracking them down. She brings them into your house, and I'd want a warning too. Yeah, it's the bringing them to the house.
Yep.
So he's doing it is fight. Like, I'm like, if people just keep bringing people to my house, I would also be kind of pissed off. But it's not. It wouldn't depend on. It wouldn't matter who it was. I would just be ready
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
not have them there. Not the asshole. You set boundaries without being controlling. You did not say your wife's family or sister was not welcome in your house. You did not say your sister in law cannot bring boyfriends over. You did not even say if she brings them to a family gathering at a mutual location, you would tell them. But you did say bring them to my house and I'm spilling the beans. This puts the
Right.
ball in her court. If she brings them to your house, she wants them to know. It's her choice to bring them to your house. And I don't think there's anything wrong with your choice. Your house, your rules, your integrity, knowing you are helping save a fellow man
See, that's what I'm
heartaches,
saying. It's
sanity,
men.
and time.
It's men in the comments. And my thing is, I feel like it's more than him just warning. I think he wants to ruin her life. He does not want her happy
I
for some weird reason, is what I'm getting from his behavior. Because, yeah, if someone's in your house, like, sure, whatever. But if that's
right.
maybe that's the only time that the sisters spend time together. And granted, no, she shouldn't be bringing someone over. Like, agreed.
Yeah.
Sorry, my thing's glitching out. So it looks weird on
Oh
mine.
no, you're
But,
okay.
I just think he has something weird and wrong with him. That he's like obsessively wanting to do this to the sister for some reason.
I agree. It's I don't really I don't really understand.
No, it's like
Like
a
what
weird
the
vendetta against her.
yeah, I agree.
See, that's what's hard. I feel like we're going to get men in the comments on these that aren't going to agree with us. Okay. We didn't do great on that one. He sucked. Whatever.
But also I get it, but also you're being weird about it. That tends to be the. It's like someone like I could understand, but also you're being weird.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it feels like he's getting vengeance for Cody, but I kind of feel like he was waiting for her to do something wrong to be like, got it. I knew you were a bad
yeah,
person. Here, I'm going to run it now.
true. But also it's like Okay, did you love Cody?
Well, and also
You
to
know what I
me,
mean?
like, in my opinion, this is up to her to share with them. And realistically, she
Uh,
probably would if they get serious. It's not his business to share.
yeah,
Because you're setting up, you're failing relationships. And you know what? She's going to stay in your life longer and be involved if she doesn't find someone like it, because clearly
sure.
she wants to date. So in my mind, that's for her to share. I don't know if that's not a popular opinion. I feel like it's for her to bring up because that'll be a conversation one day of like, I think every couple goes through that where it's like, have you ever cheated on someone? Yes or no? Like,
Hmm.
and I feel like that's a conversation for a more serious relationship, but she's never going to get there if he keeps messing it up.
No, I agree.
Because these men exaggerate on here, is what I'm basing this off of. Like, that's how it feels.
They really do. Men
Homeboy
love
last
getting on
week
there and just saying stuff.
just saying that they're victims of something like crazy. Okay, so I have a couple for you to pick from.
Okay.
Um, am I the asshole for changing my mind about forgiving my wife for cheating after she signed a post-nup in my favor? That's a long one, but um,
After she signed a post up to you. Okay, keep going.
and then there's one that's would I be the asshole for divorcing my wife for accusing me of cheating on her? Which one do you want to hear first?
Mm. Ooh, I kind of like. Oh, I like both. I think maybe the first one,
Okay.
actually.
So mine are coming from, which I didn't realize that there was a difference between AITA and AITAH, because I'm in the AH one, which is a different version of the AITA one, because they're not
Okay.
as, theirs is different. Like their rules are different. And I did not realize there was a difference. So, anyways, so mine doesn't say the overall opinion on any of mine. All right.
Okay.
So this one is, am I the asshole for changing my mind about forgiving my wife for cheating after she signed a post-nup in my favor? I feel like I'm already not on his side, but that's fine. We'll try our best. My wife, Ella, 32, and I, 35, have been together for 7 years, married for 5. 2 years ago, she admitted to cheating on me with a coworker. I had always believed that cheating was a red line for me, and I was initially determined to divorce her. However, she did the work to regain my trust, or so I believed at the time. I also factored in the following, which allowed me to eventually move past it and forgive her. Okay, a list is not a good start.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. She confessed to me voluntarily. She wasn't found out and forced to tell me. 2, it was a one time at a housewarming party with the coworker. I remember that night. She didn't return home until 4 a.m., and I sent her several texts checking in to see if she was okay and if she needed me to pick her up.
Hey, I'm gonna be real honest. I can't hear you right now. Hold on.
Oh, so, anyways, she confessed voluntarily. It was at a housewarming. He asked if she needed to be picked up. She doesn't normally like to drink, but occasionally succumbs to peer pressure, says worried she might have been too drunk to drive. 3, she quit her job after confessing to me. This was her own choice to prove that she was prepared to hold herself to better boundaries. I actually discouraged her at the time because I was set on divorcing her and was concerned that her lack of a job would mean I would need to pay her higher alimony if she was unemployed. When I was 19 years old, I also cheated on my then girlfriend, not Ella, via a drunken kiss. Obviously, it wasn't as bad as what Ella did, which was full on intercourse. But part of me felt like a hypocrite for not being able to forgive Ella because my college girlfriend had forgiven me. Given the above and the fact that Ella genuinely seemed remorseful, everything else in a relationship was great, and she was the most compatible person I'd ever dated personality wise, I decided to forgive Ella and not divorce her on the condition that she signed a postnup. She enthusiastically agreed. The postnup isn't overly harsh, in my opinion, aside from affirming that our premarital assets won't go into the settlement in the event of a divorce. It also included an infidelity clause with the penalty of the cheater forfeiting our jointly owned home, the car, and alimony in the event of a divorce. The balance, I'm going to hold on to that because I'm going to assume that he's going to then throw that in her face.
Absolutely
He is,
is.
yeah. The balance would also be split 60-40 in favor of the cheated spouse rather than 50-50. We both had independent legal advice when this was drafted and signed. Fast forward to last month when I was contacted on Facebook by Alice, the wife of my wife's affair partner. She had tracked me down by going through Ella's social media. She told me that she had caught her husband Bill cheating on her and discovered their affair from 2 years ago after going through his electronic devices. She asked if I knew, which To which I replied that I did, but I thanked her for telling me anyway. She asked what had happened between Ella and me, and I told her that we had reconciled. She said she was determined to divorce Bill because, unlike my wife, Bill had proven to be a serial cheater and never confessed to her. The part that has since changed my mind about forgiving Ella is the fact that she revealed that Bill and Ella had actually been having an affair for 5 months. I clarified if she meant an emotional affair, but she clarified that it was a physical affair and that they had hooked up over 10 times. In my mind, this makes the affair so much worse. It wasn't just a drunken night. It was a long period of planned and deliberate choices, and I feel like an absolute fool. This past weekend, I confronted Ella, and she admitted it. I asked why she didn't tell me the full truth, and she said she didn't believe I would have forgiven her if I had known. She'd been trying to convince me that it's in the past. We've made 2 years of progress since, and it doesn't matter whether it was once or 10 times. Fine. Okay, so I'll go back to the last paragraph where he confronted Ella, and she admitted it. And basically he asked why she didn't tell the full truth, and she didn't think he would forgive her if she knew. She's been trying to convince him it's in the past. We've made 2 years of progress since, and it doesn't matter whether it was 1 time or 10 times. She argues that her confession showed true remorse, but my current thought is that the omission shows that even in her confession, her main concern was protecting herself rather than respecting me as a spouse. By giving me the agency to make a full informed choice, not the different from never telling me in the first place. I am now strongly considering divorce again and relying on the prenup for a more favorable divorce settlement. And you know what? We did it because I don't think he's the asshole.
I don't either. Because he knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, is this the guy from last time? He knew it. He found out about it. And he's like, you know what? Actually, we're going to try to make this work. And then he found out later that it actually was
worse than it was.
Not
and
what
true
he was
infidelity.
told. Yeah.
Whereas that other one, we don't know.
Right.
So I would say
hey, this was real.
And I don't think the post nut is relevant because he wasn't doing it at the time in the intention of bettering himself. That was on her. Before she signed it, she probably should have said. Also, she should have fought it and been like, I actually, and her saying it doesn't matter if it was once or 10 times, not true. Not true.
Nope. That is not true. Like at all, actually.
Yeah. So we did it. We found one. So far we got 1. So we're
yay.
For this episode, we're 0 and 1 right now. We've done it. And you know what? I'm proud of us, personally.
You know what? Yeah. We really like 1 out of however many we've read that had anything to do with men. I'm cool with 1.
Yeah.
Hey. This one, I think this one, okay. Again, I just put cheating. And this one is definitely about homework.
Oh.
Not actual cheating. So, just looking for not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not telling my wife the truth about my past with her father's new girlfriend?
Okay.
On small hurry. All right, this is a messy story. While in college, I, 29 male, dated for 2 years this girl, 30 female. We'll call her N. I was young and in love, but we were pretty unkind toward one another. I ended up ghosting her after finding out she cheated and blocked her. Not my classiest move, but I was 21 at the time, and it was my first serious relationship. I had no contact with her for the past 7 years.
Did he say 21 awesome and 30?
My wife, 20. He was 21, but is she now 30?
Okay, that's where I was confused.
Because he said, while in college, I think I'm confused too, actually, because I think maybe now
okay.
he's 30.
Because I was like, yuck. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was also confused and thought that it was gonna say, but it didn't, because he said I 29 male dated for 2 years this girl 30 female.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think
They were the same
at the
age.
time she was 22 then if
Okay.
he's 21.
Okay.
Okay, I also had the same question, so honestly, thank God. Uh, and we've been married for 3 years now. A few months after the ceremony, her mother passed in a car accident. They were very close, and she's still mourning her. Her father, 59 male, is a good man and has been suffering a great deal from being lonely, especially in the past 2 years, for obvious reasons. I apologize. I'm smiling because I just love where this is going, and I love messy. Okay. Well, during the pandemic, he started online dating and met someone online, then in real life. They had been together for a solid 9 months now, and my father in law seems to be a lot happier. My wife, however, had a hard time accepting that her father was dating and made a few snide comments on In before even meeting her. Okay, spoiler alert, it's her.
We wouldn't have got it.
Damn, I wasn't prepared. Which I find, if not if not very nice of her, at least very understandable. It took her some time to accept to meet father-in-law's new girlfriend, and last week we went to father-in-law's house to have dinner with her brothers and met her. There were a lot of typos right there. We arrive at father-in-law's place, and you've guessed it, his new girlfriend is actually In. I already knew. You already told us.
Yeah, he already
See,
not a
look,
good storyteller.
listen. He's not. He's may not be the asshole so far, but he's falling into the category of men don't know how to put details and stuff. He already spoiled it.
Yep.
Did we know it was coming? Sure, but
Right.
you already told us. Terrible. Fine, I'll keep going. We were both shocked. Of course, father-in-law told us about her before, but In is a fairly common name in our area, so I didn't connect the dots. Well, first chance we got to have a talk, she apologized for her behavior all those years ago, which was long forgiven on my side. Told me she changed a lot and begged me to not say anything to my wife, at least until she had a chance to tell the story to her father-in-law, or to his father-in-law, herself. I agreed because I knew my wife and her siblings were already having a hard time warming up to her. Plus, knowing my wife, I knew she'd likely would have gone straight to father-in-law with the story had I told it to her. Everyone was awkward during dinner, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. We went home, and my wife, despite not giving In her approval, told me that her dad seemed happy, and for that she was glad. I decided to keep the past to myself for the moment. However, I went to have lunch with my best friend today, and I told him the whole story. He called me an asshole for not immediately telling my wife the truth. I told him it was not just my story to share. He responded that I was betraying my wife's trust by not being forthcoming with the whole story. So help me, Reddit. Am I the asshole?
I don't know if it's an asshole, but he should have told her immediately. Because
Or on the way home.
yeah.
Maybe not at dinner,
Yeah.
but like, hey, I have
After,
to tell you
right
that.
after. Because I don't want to hang
But
out with someone that I knew my partner had a relationship with without knowing, without being given the
right,
context to know if I want to do that.
right.
So, yeah, no, he is.
But like, okay, so if he's writing this the next day, as in he's having, that means that you just like went to bed.
Yeah, no, I
You
couldn't
just
do
went to
that.
bed with your wife. I would not be able to do that. Like, but also, I am so big on like, are you friends with your partner? Do you not want to tell them everything?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to keep it in my
I'm
mouth. I would have been
I
pulling
mean,
Sam out,
like,
like in the sign, be like, "Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this!" Like
oh my god,
immediately.
you have to know what's happening. Like, if not at dinner, if you and the so him and In had the conversation, she's like, please let me tell
Yeah,
father-in-law before you tell the wife. Like, I get not at dinner, but as soon as I'm in that car, I'm gonna say, oh my god, please, you have to hear what's happening.
yeah,
So in that, it's like, okay, if that's not your relationship, that's my relationship. That's like what I want my relationships to be. I want to be besties, and I need you to tell me. My dad is dating your ex-girlfriend of
Yep.
2 years.
Yeah, because
They were together for 2 years.
you're opening yourself up to the dad finding out and then telling your wife immediately. And then you're in trouble because then it opens up the, well, why wouldn't you tell me? Are they still into each other? Like,
Yes.
nah, you should have told her immediately. Like you said,
Yeah,
car ride home.
absolutely. On the car ride home. Absolutely. But also, do you think that she knows about his ex-girlfriend? Like in that context?
Maybe, but I mean, it could be one of the, I don't know. It's hard to gauge because I'm someone who talks about everything that's ever happened to me. So, like, I guess not everyone's like that. So if it felt like it's not a significant relationship to him, which to guys, I kind
But
of
for
feel
two
like,
years?
yeah, but well, I mean, I'm stereotyping, but I kind of feel like unless there was something heartbreak or they were super into it, I don't think relationships are that prevalent to men. And like, do you know what I mean? Like 2 years is a long time, but
Yeah.
if he had other relationships that were spanning longer or were more involved, then I could see him not caring that much.
I guess that's true. They dated for 2 years, young and in love, but were unkind towards one another. But people are saying he is the asshole.
Yeah, I think he is for not telling her.
I agree. I agree. I'm on board for not saying anything at dinner.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm on board for that. But as soon as you're in that car, before you get home, she should have known.
Yep, I agree.
That's my opinion. Oh, I don't know what that. I don't know what that was. I know what that was. Apologies. My thing was no longer connected, and it needed to let me know. So
Oh, gotcha. I assumed it was something with that.
okay, no, that I've never heard the alarm before, and so that was scary.
Okay, so we've had 3 stories. So far we've been on the side of one man. So not our best.
No, and like the others, I'm like, I feel like you were so close, and then you messed up, and now I don't like you.
I know,
Like
like
now I don't agree with you.
okay, so this will probably be the last one so we can stick to the hour mark because we are at like 40.
Perfect.
All right, so I have 4 options, all right? I'm going to let you pick out of all of them because
Okay.
I'm not hopeful that we'll be on the guy's side. But we're going to try. So the first one is, am I the asshole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating? Am I the asshole for cheating on my wife who cheated on me 3 years ago? Am I the asshole for divorcing my wife and telling everyone that she cheated on me? Or would I be the asshole for divorcing my wife for accusing me of cheating on her? None of those have a great chance, but
Oh. Okay, but I'm trying to pick one that like maybe we can end up on his side. I'm gonna let you know a couple of those. I don't think
no, to me,
we're going to.
the cheating on someone for cheating on you 3
I'm
years
thinking
ago,
the third
you're
one.
not gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna be on your side. And then telling everyone she cheated on you, can't imagine I'm gonna be on your side.
Can or can't?
No, I don't think I'll be on your side regardless.
Okay. I think that one. It's like, uh, she made it. She made it think that like she was the one who was divorcing because
Maybe, yeah. So you
something
think
he
that
did.
one has a
But
good
then he was
chance?
like, actually, she's the one. I kind of do,
Okay, so you think
but only if she actually did.
okay. So not the
Okay,
other
I'm
two.
down.
All right, let's do it then. Am I the asshole for divorcing my wife and telling everyone that she cheated on me? I, 28 male, been married to my wife, 29 female, for 2 years. Dated her for 4 years. I won't lie, I still love her and still do, and it still hurts me a bit to let her go, but I have no other choice but divorce her because she betrayed me. That's not funny, but the way there's no punctuation. It's just, I won't lie, I still love her.
Hey, I won't lie. I still love her, and I really need her.
Hey, bros, I still
Like
really
that's
love
the
my wife.
vibe. Hey, bros, I really love my wife though. So like, even though I'm about to talk mad shit, I really love her.
Okay. I found out that my wife cheated on me. She didn't actually cheat. Oh my God. Please don't hit that line. Please. Ugh. Damn. Okay. Okay. But
No,
also,
no.
the next sentence, insane. All
Okay,
right. Before
please.
we get into this, though, I think we need. I understand, and I meant to give this, I don't know, warning preface beforehand of like everyone's
Caveat.
definition
Okay,
of cheating is different. And it depends on your
sure.
boundary with your spouse. Personally, for me, I define anything as cheating as you doing anything that you wouldn't want me to find out about. Like if you're hiding something that's not like a birthday surprise or something
You feel
nice,
like, yep,
then you're cheating. In some capacity, that's how I view it.
agreed.
I don't have like a layer of like,
Mhm.
well, kissing's not cheating or touching their leg. No, like if you don't want me to find out something you're doing, you're cheating, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Case in point.
No, I agree. Totally agree.
So, okay, just going into
Yeah.
that. So,
But still, I really had high hopes.
I
I had
know.
hopes
Okay.
that she was doing something, and
So,
then he immediately said she wasn't.
okay, but then his next line is actually crazy. She didn't actually cheat. She was just kissing someone while dancing with him. To be honest, I never suspected her, and there were no red flags either, even when I checked my phone or checked her phone. What? She was just kissing and dancing on them, and that's not cheating? Again, I know everyone has different
Hey,
boundaries. That's crazy.
hey, everyone has their thing. That's cheating.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, that was cheating.
So,
Everyone.
even when I checked her phone, okay, until one of her friends I barely know showed me a photo. I asked her multiple questions, like if she sleeps around or repeatedly kisses someone else, etc. But she said that this never happened before and she was very drunk, but she thought I should know. I thanked her and told her to forward that photo to me. Does he know his wife? They've been together for 6 years and he's like, do you know she sleeps around? What?
Do you think to his friend, to her friend? Whose friend?
Her friend.
Okay, but you have to go to her friend and be like, hey, my wife sleep around and like do stuff instead of asking your wife.
Yeah. And also, or if she repeatedly kisses someone else, like the kissing, I don't know why. Kissing feels like such a teenage thing to be talking about. Is she kissing others? I mean, it's still cheating, but the way
Does
it's
my wife ever go kiss?
okay.
Does my wife ever kiss people?
I immediately asked my wife if she ever cheated. She refused, so I showed her the photo. My wife started crying and said it was a mistake and the only mistake she has made, and she didn't tell me because she thought I'd get angry. I said, of course.
Also, is this Ned Froman?
Literally.
Is this Ned?
Might be.
That was like someone sent a picture and that's
I know.
of like him kissing someone. I was like, oh,
I know.
Ned. Okay, sorry.
So I said, of course, wouldn't you? I said, I am divorcing her. And she was shocked and said she anticipated that I'd get angry, but would I divorce and throw away a relationship of 6 years over a kiss? I said I would and started leaving. She tried to stop me, but I didn't listen. She and our families both called me a lot and sent me angry texts. I ignored them all and instead got drunk and started going to clubs. When I had enough of this harassment,
hey.
He's 28. This feels like it was written by someone who was 18. I'm sorry. That's my vibe I'm getting. When I had enough of this...
So then I went out and I got drunk.
I went and got some drunk and I was sad. But I still really love my wife and I really miss her and I love her so much. I still really love
my wife. Hey, can anyone really just know that I really love my wife?
When I had enough of this harassment, I sent a long text to everyone explaining everything and sent the photo. My wife sent me an angry text after I ignored her calls, and she said I shouldn't have told everyone about what's happening in our life, and her family members are angry at her. Some even cut her off. I should have kept it between us both, and I going too far over a kiss when she was drunken. So, okay, either this person doesn't speak English. I can't tell if this is their second language or is he still drunk? Because
maybe he's doing it at the bar. He's on Reddit at the bar.
That was so funny. I should have kept it between us both. And I going too far over a kiss when she was drunken so much that she could barely walk. So am I the asshole for telling everyone that she cheated? Okay, I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I just don't think I would do, like, I guess if you're settled and know you're gonna divorce, or you guys have already talked about that, then sure. But I
Yeah.
just kind of feel like if something's blowing up and you're still just running off emotion, I don't know that I would spew all this stuff going on until I knew where I
No.
stood with what my feelings.
Yeah, it's like you might not technically be the asshole, but not you're not thinking about the consequences of what will happen. Whatever happens later will be kind of
Yeah,
on you.
yeah. You didn't have to send the photo.
So
You could have said she
you didn't have to do that
like she cheated, she messed up. I don't want to talk about this. I feel like sending the photo was just again,
a lot.
it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, and also, who you sent it to her entire family?
Her family and his family, which his family is going to back him no matter what. But like her
Sure.
family is a little crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. I just don't know about the destroying someone's like I don't know.
I'm just really good on just being like, yeah, I'm gonna divorce you over this, and bye.
Yeah.
And that like
I
just
just
over.
yeah.
I'll tell my friends,
Yeah.
but not send something to the entire family.
I just don't know that I'm about publicly shaming someone, I guess.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I'm about that, maybe. So I don't think he's necessarily the asshole. Like, she cheated. I think he has some weird issues. I think he actually might be a 12-year-old. I'm not sure.
Well, and also, if you're just upset and drunk, like if you're still in that phase, you don't need to be sending anything
you don't need
to
to say
anybody.
anything. You just need to like, we're going through some stuff. Please leave me alone. Respect
Yep.
my wishes.
Yep.
So
You can do that.
yeah.
That can be your outlet, but let that one thing be your outlet and not
Yep.
tell everyone about it. My opinion.
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume these chats are men.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give us a partial credit on that one because we're not fully against him. I do still think he's kind of in the wrong. So we've only been on fully one person's side.
I think that maybe he should have had a little longer to think about it before he did it. If he was like still just like, I'm over it, but I just need everyone to know.
Yep.
You know what? I'm more on your side. Still like in the what's it called when you're just like so angry you're not.
I know you're
whatever that is. If you're in that, you don't send anything to anyone.
Yeah. No, so people are saying, not the asshole. She brought her family in to this, not you. She doesn't like the consequences. Did she though? I imagine she went and told them that happened, which would be natural in my opinion. But like, someone said, let's stop covering for cheaters and liars. She sent her flying monkeys to harass you. Even if she hadn't, you had the right to socialize this, not the asshole. Apparently publicly humiliating your husband is okay for a woman to do and expect no consequences. Boo, downvote. So, like, again, what is happening with 28-year-old men on this? Because I feel like they're all very immature. It's always, when they say 28 male, they're going to mess around and say nonsense.
I'm not going to be on your side.
No.
Interesting that so many people said no.
People took it as if, though, that, like, I don't know, maybe it's the weird appearance base that comes from, I mean, women have that too, but I feel like men have a weird, like, she embarrassed you by cheating on.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just think the whole thing's kind of weird. Like, she's in the wrong for doing it. She shouldn't have lied, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
But be the bigger person.
Yeah, but that was not his question. She knows she lied, and like that's. But I don't think that she was going off and being, because again, at the beginning when I was like, if she's going off saying like nothing happened,
yeah,
we're getting divorced, it's just him being an asshole. Like, then he sent it as proof, being like, no, this is what actually happened. I'd be bored.
I just think him saying that he still loves her. You can't still love someone and do something to tear them down. Is my personal opinion.
No.
I don't know.
You can't. No,
Again,
I agree.
I think all parties are kind of poopy in this situation. Is where I'm at.
Agreed. And extending.
Yes.
The extending parties, the family members, whoever else is also. But also, you may love her, but you don't like her.
No, you don't. If you love
because
someone, you
also
wouldn't do something
you
like
are asking her friends about things to do with her.
Is she kissing
and
other
you
boys?
don't know anything about her.
Is she kissing him on the playground?
And kissing boys? Getting drunk and kissing boys?
Is she kissing
like
boys?
it's like they're on the play. Yeah, they're on the playground. Hey, do you think that they're out there under that slide and kissing each other? That's what it felt
I don't
like.
know what it is, but just the kissing part of it is so funny to me. Like, that's such a specific thing. Like, I guess we got the details that were always like, give us the details, but just being like, do you think she's kissing other people?
Do you think she goes out there and she kisses me?
like that's so random.
But not even asking her. They'll be like, hey, babe, are you going out? I'm like, are you kissing people on the dance floor?
Yeah.
He's going to her friend. Be like, hey, while she's dancing, is he kissing the guy she's dancing with?
Sleep around. Like, also, like, do you guys not live together? Do you not know? Like, I know people can cheat without. I'm not trying to victim blame him, but like,
sure.
Is she gone all the time?
Like, yeah, how's
I guess
this working,
we're confused.
actually?
She going clubbing
or,
all
like,
the time
before
without
she
you?
goes out, right? And like, are you not be like, hey, babe, how'd it go? Like,
Hey,
is she not coming home?
Smudged. Have you been kissing people? Like,
hey, have you been smooching people? Your makeup's all over your face. Like, why is that not a part of the conversation?
I feel like that's gonna now be my thing.
Her.
Like, instead of being like, "Are you cheating on me?" Are you kissing other people? Are you smooching
Are you
on
kissing
them?
people on the dance floor?
Are you going out to the club and kissing boys?
Are you kissing boys on the dance floor? Yeah, no, I agree. But no, you have to ask their significant or their friend.
Yeah.
You can't ask them.
No, I think there was weird stuff. Also, after 6 years, you can't talk to them.
Wild. Again, people are not friends with each other, and I think that's crazy.
I guess so. If he's 28 and they've been together 6 years, they met at 22. So I mean, they were babies. So maybe they weren't friends and they didn't grow up together, and they're very different people. And she stayed clubbing and kissing, and he didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, I get it. But also, like, hey, if you've been 6 years, go to therapy. Or break up for other reasons. Or if she's been so out of it for so long and she wants to kiss other people on the dance floor.
It's so specific. She's kissing and dancing on people. That is, I don't know. We did pretty good. All right. 1.5 out of 4.
We did. Yeah.
I'll give us a half a point for that one. But all right.
Yes.
Well, we are out of time. So I will I'll get it edited and hopefully upload it tomorrow, and we'll be back next Tuesday
Cool.
for more Oops All Opinion. Yes. And remember, if you disagree with us,
keep it to yourself. I don't know why I want people to fight.
Argue with yourself.
I want it to argue. I want it to be fight so bad. I don't know why I'm more aggressive with it. I just want to say fight. Argue is the correct word, but I want it to be fight. Argue with yourself.
Argue with yourself, and we will see you next time.
And then put it on Reddit. Just kidding.